We're playing Farming Simulator 19 on Ravenport, and since last episode I have been working, or the hired worker has been working on planting this field here. I don't know how long he's been planting for now, but it seems like it has been a ridiculously long time. I mean, no joke here, it's probably been a couple hours he's been at this. The 4-meter seeder here just is not cutting it for this field anymore. So we need to seriously upgrade our seeder here, and hopefully after this next harvest we'll have enough money to do something for upgrading the seeder, because yeah, this 4-meter seeder is just it is taking way too long. Not to mention we're hurting on money pretty seriously here now as well. Mentioned their last episode, the next time any of these fields need to be limed, I'm going to have to put lime on them. Also, I forgot to put the plow on here as well, so I completely forgot to do that. So we're going to have a really poor yield on 17 here. There's no lime, and I forgot to plow it, so double whammy there. But anyway, yeah, 24, 25, and 26, they all needed to have lime on them. So to top it off, we weren't doing the greatest with the money already because I purchased 17, and then I had to go buy a bunch of lime. So we could put lime on 24, 25, and 26, and of course I wasn't able to buy enough, so I ended up turning on the option so the hired worker would buy it. Yeah, we went through a lot of money there putting lime on 24, 25, and 26, so hopefully that was worth it. Yeah. Not to mention here 17 needs it as well, but again, I'm going to wait until 14, 15, and 16 need lime so I can do the whole thing. Otherwise, we're going to end up with sections of the field that, 17 is going to need lime, and then 14, 15, and 16 will need lime, and the whole thing will be at the same stage that way. Hopefully, that's kind of what I did with 24, 25, and 26 here as well. Anyway, 24, 25, and 26 still needs to be seeded yet. I need to cultivate that or plow it in some way. You know what? I do have the John Deere. We can maybe... Because the other seeder here, I do have one more seeder, but I can't use that seeder unless I cultivate the field. So yeah, got just a little bit of soybean here that was left over in the combine I can sell here yet as well. It's not going to help a whole lot, but we'll sell what we have. 1,500 liters worth. That'll give us a couple $1,000 hopefully. And yeah, maybe I'll start cultivating this field so I can at least, by the time I get done cultivating, the other planter will probably be done, so it really won't matter. But planting oats up there at the moment. Just kind of cycling through the different crop types here. Yeah, we definitely need a larger seeder. No joke there. I suppose what we can maybe do, look at some contracts here, see what we got for contracts. Maybe we can take up a couple contracts. Again, just my opinion here, the contracts really don't pay well enough to bother doing. That's my opinion, of course. The only reason you might consider doing them is, one, you need a little extra money. I guess they're good for that, and if you're not doing anything else. And then, it gives you an opportunity to use various different pieces of equipment in the game that you might not normally use. But yeah, we'll see once. We might check them out here. We'll just take this down to the restaurant, by the way. Not even going to bother checking the prices. I did check the prices for the last load I sold, and the restaurant was the best price for the soybeans at the time. Might not be anymore, but it was at the time, so we'll just make the assumption it's probably still fairly decent on price, and at the least it is somewhat close. 2,500, yeah, made a little bit of money off that. Or at least not as negative as we were. Again, here, another tractor would definitely be beneficial at this point as well. Because we could have another tractor working on fertilizing 14, 15, 16, and 17. That needs to be fertilized here yet as well. So yeah, lots of things that need to be done on here. We just don't have the tractors to do it with, and or we don't have the money necessary to maybe upgrade our equipment here just at this point. Also, I'm still curious here, bridge speed limit, 15. So far, I have not seen a bridge yet, so I'm not sure where it's getting that bridge speed limit. I'm guessing what happened there with that. Probably the... whoever did the map here They probably pulled some prefab signs off of somewhere. They weren't paying attention, and they grabbed a sign that said 15 mile an hour for a bridge speed limit, not your regular 35 mile per hour speed limit sign. I don't know if they have maybe different types of speed limit signs maybe over in Europe there, and whoever designed this map didn't realize they got the wrong American style speed limit there. That'd be my guess as to what happened. What happens when you get a European person that develops an American map and doesn't realize the maybe the differences and or what's up with that speed limit sign there that doesn't exactly match what's on the map here. That's for sure. Okay, shall we start cultivating? Boy, it's hardly worth it because, like I said, by the time we finish cultivating, he'll probably be done over here. I don't know. Why not? I guess we can at least start, and maybe we'll do a contract ourselves. I don't really fancy doing any cultivating myself here. 4 meters and all. And actually, this is the subsoil, not the cultivator. Close enough. And if you're wondering, by the way, hey, instead of the 4-meter seeder, why don't you use your, I think that's a 6-meter seeder there? Keep in mind, I still have to run the 4-meter cultivator over that field before I can use the 6-meter seeder, so it doesn't really make a whole lot of difference there, I don't think. Either way I do it, I'm going to be running some 4-meter piece of equipment over the field, and I might as well just, run the cultivator-seeder combo and kill 2 birds, 1 stone. I don't think he's really going that much slower, I don't think. Well, he is going 6 mile an hour, isn't he? Actually, you know what? I think that's actually the power harrow's fault. It's actually not the seeder's fault. That was my complaint, and the reason why I want to get rid of that power harrow, by the way, is 6 miles per hour, which is probably actually a little bit fast. Again, the power harrow. It's not exactly a rototiller, but it's the same concept as a rototiller there. So that's some grass there. I think we need to run the plow over, I think. Must have missed a spot there. Did not realize it. Worth noting. Again, this entire piece up here is all brand new field here. Or actually, this, boy, it's probably from like in here somewhere. It's like all brand new field up. So we definitely increased the size of this field here quite a bit. And other than maybe this section over here where it's a little bit rough, oh, it looks like pretty good, easily plantable. What do we have here now? Wedge of wood. Luckily I got a good well down here to dump these in. Goodbye. Not really, again, sure what you do with those. I guess you could run them through the chipper. I don't know if you'd actually get anything out of the chipper for those. And I guess the other option is you could haul them down and try to sell them. Again, I don't know if you really make anything selling those pieces. That's a little bit crazy if you ask me. Oh, and I suppose I should make sure he turns around the right way here, because he doesn't need to do anything with the top piece, really. No, you're going to turn around the wrong way, aren't you? Go figure. Hired workers. Hired workers. Need to go the other way there, pal. Other side of the field, eh? That is one issue, by the way, with the cultivator-planter combo there. He will, if he starts out the wrong way, plant over crops that are already planted. Because he's got a cultivator on the front, he will destroy the crops and replant over them, which is definitely not cool. Also, I don't know why the harvester missed this little bit of soybeans here. I didn't realize it, so we're just going to plow them under. Not enough there for me to bother firing the combine up and then hauling another trailer back to the restaurant there to sell them. Not worth it if you ask me. Okay, let's see what we got for contracts here. Contracts, 6. Ooh, fertilizing. Field 4. What is field 4 here? That's probably one of the big ones. Field 4, that's a big enough field. More fertilizing. See, we do have reduced by 2,000. That's actually not too bad. Fertilizing. Wow, there's a lot of fertilizing. Transporting, fertilizing. Yeah, let's go for the field 4 here. 16,000. Accept contract. Oh, wait a minute. Right. Can't accept the contract before not a way to lease equipment afterwards, is there? Shoot. Okay, cancel contract. Yeah, it's not that I failed it. It's just Need to lease the equipment here first. They seems like they need to figure a way around that. Oh, so if you accidentally accept the contract and you didn't lease the equipment, oh my goodness. What is wrong with these people and these tires? Like, do they actually use tires like this in Europe? And this is just stupid, too, because think about it. Look, narrow tires. What kind of tires are on the back of the spreader? Yeah. Where am I supposed to get the lime for this? It's not like I exactly have any money here to fill this thing with, so... Train actually coming? No, it's not. It's just sitting there. Okay. Don't do this at home, kids. We're sneaking through the crossing gates. I have noticed that a couple times, though, where the train just stops. And, you know, he's at a location close enough to a crossing gate, so the gates are down, and he's not doing anything. Okay, let's find out if it'll let me... fill up, we're supposed to do what? Fertilizer? Any type of fertilizer. Liquid, solid, slurry, or manure. Okay. So, fertilizer. Actually, you know what? I need fertilizer then, don't I? Huh. Well, that's going to be a problem, because, like I said, I don't have any fertilizer. Not going to let me buy any fertilizer. They don't give me any fertilizer. Really, for a contract, I gotta pay for my own fertilizer. Is ridiculous. So yeah, like literally, the only option I'm seeing here, if I'm not mistaken, that is not fertilizer. I think that's seed, isn't it? Double check here. The only option I have here then is to probably get some fertilizer out of my other. That is, oh, that's lime. I know I got some lime there. The only option I have at this point, I think, is to grab some fertilizer out of my current fertilizer spreader, fill this up, and hire a worker for the job. Can you hire workers? I think you can hire workers with this, can't you? As far as I know, you can hire workers with contracts. Oh, there goes even more money. Well, this probably wasn't the greatest of ideas then. Oh, well. I noticed this spreader has the optional attachment on the back. I wonder if that gives actually a wider spread for regular fertilizer as well. Guess we'll find out. That's definitely something I want to add to our current spreader as well, is these, I don't know, whatever you want to call them, extenders on the back here, so we can spread lime in a wider pattern. That, as far as I've been told, will make the lime go further. Again, it takes a lot, and I do mean a lot of lime to do a field here. Just 24, 25, and 26. I had to fill up the lime spreader twice, and then I still didn't have enough lime, and that's why I had to hire a worker there to finish it, because, again, I didn't have enough money to fill up the spreader for a third time. So, yeah. Oh, lost our weight. Oh, and there was an update for the game here, by the way. I forgot to check the release notes as to what the update was about. Let's just dump this out here somewhere, nice and open so I don't lose it. There we go, 2 pallets. I believe it's version 1.13, was it, I think? Okay, and then we'll grab our... Actually, you know what? I guess we really didn't have to lease a spreader, did we? Because we do have a spreader. We just don't have a tractor to run said spreader with. This is the double axle one, though. One we have at the moment is just obviously the single axle. Okay, let's fill this up here then. Maybe just grab the 1 pallet. 591. Yeah, we're going to call that good, because I want to keep the fertilizer I have there for our spreader, not put it into this spreader. And I'm going to have to hire a worker here, I guess. I was planning on doing this myself, but... yeah, I don't Because, yeah, it's not going to let me buy fertilizer here, I don't think. Oh, look out for the windmill there. Rolling stop, solid fertilizer. Buy. You do not have enough money. Wow, imagine that. Okay, so farm 4. Oh, what's the best way? I guess we'll just head up this way. Check and see how our planter's doing on her way up there. Okay, let's just see once what is in the update here. Let's pull that up here a minute. Let's see what's here. So yeah, it is 1.1.3 is the version here. So just something to keep in mind for those of you that have the disc copy and or the non-Steam PC version of Farming Simulator, you do have to update manually. Again, you can just go to the Farming Simulator website, farmingsimulator.com. That's actually Farming Simulator farming-simulator.com. So it's farming, then put a hyphen in there, simulator.com, and then right along the top there you can click the updates, and you'll be taken to where the updates are in the game there. Let's see what's here. So the change log is fixed cultivator and sowing contracts disappearing after accepting them. And where do I have to go here real quick? Yeah, we can keep going this way. Oh, and the windmill. Yeah, we're going past the windmill here. I can show you folks what's up with this windmill if you haven't seen it. Kind of a cool little area here. Fixed a rare blocker when creating a farm in multiplayer. Rare blocker when creating a rare, huh? Fixed a block when entering vehicles after changing the inputs. Let's see what's here. I think we're going... Oh, sorry, sign. Yeah, we're just going to kind of walk up here somewhere about... Where is it again? Boy, it's hidden good. Even when you kind of know where it is, you can't find it. There it is. There we go. So, yes, kind of a cool area down here. I don't know if can I get all the way to the top? Oh, I can. I've actually never gone up this way before. I usually come down through it. But anyway, you're up at the old windmill here. And then, of course, you go inside. Oh, an old lantern there. And kind of down through the cave here. And you get your own little private... I don't even know what this is technically is in a cave. Little watering hole, I guess. We've got a radio, some headphones, a chair... I don't know what that is. That another radio? Cooler, maybe? I don't know. Oh, yeah, that kind of looks like another radio. What have we got 2 radios for? Oh, well. Anyway, back to work. Don't believe I've actually even been this far out in the map before, at least with a vehicle anyway. Narrow bridge. There's your bridge speed limit sign. There's an actual bridge. That's probably what it is. Maybe they just got, the one bridge sign that says 15 mile an hour. They're just using that 15 mile an hour sign everywhere else, even though they really shouldn't be. Oh, helper stopped unexpectedly. Field not owned. Huh. Right, well, how do I get fertilizer then? Because if you don't have any money... Huh. Well, that is not going to work, is it? It's not going to work. Well, I don't think there's any reason to even do anything with this then, because there's 591 fertilizer in there. There's no sense me even starting, because that's not going to be enough fertilizer, and I'm not going to be able to buy any more fertilizer. At least I don't know of a way to buy any more fertilizer, and yeah, because I don't own the field, it's not going to let me use a hired worker, is it? Field not owned. Huh. That's a bummer. Yeah, don't really know a way around that. Well, you know what? Since we got the equipment, we can use it to do our own field with, right? Why not? I've heard that's actually a thing. Unless this bug list here, they fix that so you can't do that anymore. Might as well make use of this spreader while we have it, right? Wonder if it's going to cost us some money here because we're going to have to cancel the contract and this equipment. I guess we'll find out. Let's see what's here. Anyway, back to the changelog here. Fixed sound with 7.1 headsets. Fixed saving mouse sensitivity. Fixed invert Y option for vehicle cameras. Fixed issues with Logitech force feedback wheels. The centering force cannot be configured in the Logitech profiler and the Logitech gaming software. Fixed input conflicts with changing devices. There's a default mapping for unknown devices to avoid issues with constant menu and camera changes. Fix some crashes with input devices. Fixed saving of sensitivity dead zone of input devices. And double check if we're heading the right way yet. Yeah, pretty much heading right out of our fields here. Added support for Logitech G29-920 shifter. Added support for the Logitech G25. Added support for the Thrustmaster and TSXW. That must be some sort of other steering wheel there. Don't recognize. Or controller of some sorts. Fixed camera orientation with head tracking. Let's see what's on. Yeah, that looks like that's all the fixes here for the 1.13 patch. So yeah, a lot of controller related fixes here. Looks like didn't really see much for game related fixes. You know, it's if maybe that fixes the issue there where we lock up when creating farms on a multiplayer server. Again, we've experienced that issue quite a few times. Although we haven't, at least myself, I haven't created any farms as of late, so that hasn't been a problem. Okay, we'll go back to the comments here and start reading some comments as well. Let's see what's here. Buck Wild was saying, I feel this is a step forward, but there are things that they can improve. Though we have terrain leveling under the placeables, things refuse to place just as badly, if not worse, than 17. I would actually probably have to agree with them on that to some extent. I'm not sure that they place worse than 17. They cost a ridiculous amount to place. That's my complaint. Okay. And being that we own this field, we should be able to spread, right? See how this works here. He was saying everyone assumed that it would make placing things much easier, which, yeah, I think everyone assumed that. Vehicle is reserved for contract work. Ooh. Aha, so they did fix it. You can't use it on your own field anymore. At least that's what I've been told anyway. I've never tried this myself. Several people have said you can use vehicles that are, for contract work on your own fields. Yeah, he's not actually working, so there's no sense continuing this. Oh, that's a bummer. No use for this at all then. So I can't hire a worker. I can't buy fertilizer. We're just going to have to fail the mission, I guess. Oh, well. Let's see. Magnus was saying, I'm really enjoying the game. It's awesome that you can choose where you want to start the farm, and it's great that you can buy sections of the map. The best thing about 19 is no more John Deere mods? Not sure what he means by no more John Deere mods, as there's going to be lots, I can guarantee you, lots and lots of John Deere mods. In fact, there's already quite a few John Deere mods out there, so I guess you could say the good thing is now there's John Deere in the game, and at least on the console side of things, for those who want the John Deere mods, you should now be able to have John Deere mods. Okay, where did that go? Oh, there it is. Well, let's just go back to contracts here. Like I said, nothing we can do. I mean, we can't even use our own equipment because, again, we can't buy fertilizers. So cancel. Yes. That should return the equipment. It did. Contract on 11 failed. Don't think that really cost us any money, did it? Don't think it did. I mean, do we have... They're all fertilizing. How come we don't have one, like, for cultivating or plowing or something? I mean, what is up with all the fertilizing missions? I've noticed that before. There is a ridiculous amount of fertilizing missions here, which, again, we can't do any of them because we can't buy fertilizer. Field 22. I mean, if we had a small field, we could probably do a small field. Fortunately, all the big fields here, expensive contracts, gone now. Oh, there we go with the Butterfingers again, dropping stuff. Put that there. Okay, well, how are we looking on the planting here then? He is, he's getting close. Getting close. Slowly but surely. Killen was saying I will always go back with a field deleter to smooth out the edges of fields. I'm assuming he maybe means when plowing together, take the field deleter, smooth them out. Drew was saying, I think people that are complaining about the graphics are like me and play games like Hunter Call the Wild, Far Cry, Ghost Recon, in which the graphics are leaps and bounds better and much more immersive than this game. That being said, I do love this game, and I don't play it for the graphics, but more for the simulation aspect of the game. My biggest complaint is the draw distance, especially where the buildings are concerned. They go in and out of render way too fast. And that, that's probably going to depend a lot on your graphics settings, and I'm sure mod authors as well, once you start coming out with modded maps. Unless they've changed it, there always was the option for draw distance for stuff on a map. So we might see mod authors increasing that. The only thing with increasing it is, and we've seen this on Mills County, it seemed like a lot of the buildings on that map had large, long draw distances. Really made it laggy, so we'll have to see how that is handled here in 19. And again, that's a very valid point. Other games, for example, I've played the Battlefield series. I mean, this game, graphics-wise, I don't think it really even compares to a game like that. It kind of just goes to show, too, with a game like Battlefield, you really have to have the game optimized well in order to be able to push those kind of graphics, because this game definitely is not optimized well enough to push those kind of graphics. Even on my system here, I'm running, 80 to 90 frames right here. And again, keep in mind, I've really got the settings maxed out pretty much, but still. I'm sure Battlefield 5, I probably get much, much higher frames than that in that game. Let's see what's here. DSK Pezzi was saying the game is still basic. The only things they really added was Cotton and John Deere. To which I would have to 100% disagree with your comment there. You are true. They did add John Deere and Cotton to the game. But they've really added a lot more behind the scenes as well. Oh, he definitely does some interesting turnaround here, too. Probably because of the train tracks there. Okay, making pretty good progress here. He doesn't really need to plow that section there either, but I guess we can let him go through it. Not going to hurt. What I could do if I don't want him to is I could probably plow a couple passes there, and I wonder if that would stop him. It might. It might. This should be counting as being plowed, by the way, even though it is putting the cultivated texture down. Because again, I know if we go here, it's going to show cultivated, but like I said, it should be considered actually plowed, because it is a subsoiler. But yeah, anyway, back to DSK's comment there. Like I said, there's been so much more added to the game as far as, like field mechanics here for weeds and lime and fertilizer. The way that is all handled, that's all now different here. And of course, like I said, cotton, there's also oats. That's a new crop type. The way animals are handled have been completely changed. Not necessarily maybe agreeing how they've done the pastures. I mentioned that in the video. You know, since when do you have a level pasture? At least where I live, pastures are typically areas where you can't plant crops because it is too rough or wet or who knows what else. There's something wrong with the land. You can't grow crops on it, so you put animals on it. So you don't sit here, you know, making it perfectly smooth, because if you make it perfectly smooth, guess what? You're going to make it into a field. Kentucky Farmer was saying, stupid how small those fields are, especially with nice big equipment. I don't know if he's talking like 24, 25, and 26 here. But yes, these fields are utterly ridiculously small. You know, until we get to kind of the center of this map here, we're not really going to have much for larger fields, and it's going to take us a while probably to afford some of the larger fields too. Anyway, everyone, looking at the time here, looks like it is time to wrap it up for this episode here already. So on that note, you folks have any comments or questions, be sure to leave them below. Also, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And till next time.